Hello, greetings and salutations. This is Gabriel, and welcome to another episode of Gabriel's Corner. I send nothing but love and blessings to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well, having a blessed day. It's kind of overcast here in Florida, so I hope it's nice and sunny and not too cold where you are. Today's video, we're going to talk about motivations. Now, motivation is something we all have. We apply it in several aspects in our life on a daily basis within whatever endeavors that you do. Yet, sometimes you have to ask yourself the question, are we putting these endeavors or this motivation in the right places? Is it in alignment with our highest greatness? Is it coming from an open heart center of love? Or from a lower level such as fear of losing control, selfishness, manipulation? Now, let's take a gander at a little bit of positive motivation, and it's not just limited to this. Example is when fear starts creeping in when you're about to start a new job, start a family, a new project, go into a new different walk of life, whatever it may be. Fear creeps in, and like fear is like love. It comes from several different aspects, and it can be nerve-wracking at times. You know, we get the little butterflies in our stomach, but the best thing is we push through those fears and go out and do what we were meant to do or destined to do, and we excel at it. In fact, we do better at it than our fears were telling us. And that's awesome. That's great. And in the best part of that, you take that big step into the unknown, which takes you to another evolutionary stage in your life, where it be physically, spiritually, financially, or so forth. What about negative motivation? Trying to control another for own personal gain, deceitfulness, using others such as children, money, sex, false love, or friendship to rather further their agenda or their goals, caring little or nothing for anyone else but themselves. Manipulation situations of other aspects to continually reach their goals, using internet, the court system, politicians, others, friends, doing illegal acts such as wiretapping, or even going as far as resorting to black magic. Now, the funny thing about all this is that these individuals, they spend more time focusing on that negative motivation or someone else's trials or tribulations of their lives, that they don't pay any attention to themselves, to what they're going through, what their soul is asking or, calling for them to do. And they put a extreme amount of effort in this, and the only thing that's going to happen is karma is just going to come back and bite them in the ass. I'll tell you a story real quick. A lady once told me and a group of other individuals, you guys criminals or felons or prisoners, you're braver than the average person because you do so much, you take so many risks that the average person will not do. Now, if you just took that energy and flipped it for something positive, imagine where you would go. And she was right. Now, this lower motivational, I know it quite well. I was once there, and to be honestly, it cost me 10 years of my life and pretty much everything. So it wasn't worth it at all. And I'm not getting into it, but I can tell you it's not worth it. And in the end, it will not be worth it. But more important question, how can we flip this around? How can we flip the switch on this? Here's several ways. First, you got to make the choice. It has to come from you. You and you alone, nothing outside of you. Things outside of you can make those choices for you, but it's usually not very good outcome for you. Take action on it. Easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Well, you can start by really looking at oneself and to be honest with yourself. If you're able to, but this is a very strict thing. You really have to be raw and honest with yourself, looking at the man in the mirror. 4, start by some of the acts you've caused. Stop them right away and ask oneself, would you want someone doing this to you? 5, own up to yourself and your actions. You can always blame someone else. It's easy to blame someone else. It's easy to put the weight on someone else's shoulders. But what about your own? You have to own your part in this and the actions you took, because bottom line, unless someone was really holding a gun to your head, you didn't have to do that. 6, does it make me happy? That's a self-question. 7, what am I doing in my own life for my own benefit and my goals? Instead of these negative actions, which come from a place of ego. And trust me, ego will make you thinking that you're winning. And in all actuality, whether it's in the physical or in the spiritual and the inside, you're not. So, if you start choosing and doing these things and getting out of the deeper darkness of this motivation, you will start noticing things will flip, things will switch. There will be a shift happening. And you start paying more attention to your own personal happiness, your own self-love, your own goals in life, your own little things that make you happy. And not so much anyone else, whatever anyone's doing, what they have, what they don't, that you don't, that you may want, or whatever the situation may be. To pull back the jealousy and start being somewhat content and seeing what you do have in your own life. Once you start doing this, you'll start noticing huge shift and switch in your life. Now, there will be a struggle here and there. There will be setbacks. There will be times you fall and kind of go back to what you were doing. But more importantly, you'll start refocusing all that energy into something that is more positive for you and those around you. And some of them will not want you to, and you'll catch this by their actions, but rest assured, if your soul is happy and you have a clear, clean conscience with about the changes in your life, you'll be okay. Don't worry about the fear. The fear is always going to be there. You just have to look it in the face and say, listen, from my soul level, I know this is wrong. And you must take those steps from there. Thank you for joining me. This has been an honor and a pleasure. As always, nothing but love and blessings, and thank you for spending this moment with me in my corner. This is Gabriel Knight. Peace, love, and I'm out.